morning to you, Richard.
Yo, what's up, Coley? Ready for another action-packed episode of this podcast?
I mean, the fact that I get 2 days with you now, it's just a game changer for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I going to wear tired of this? I don't know.
No,
you know what?
I
Like,
don't think
remember
so.
when you are dating someone and when you see them, it's like, oh, how cool. Then you move in together and you're like,
no,
this is
so
a lot.
Cool.
This is a lot.
No, I used to spend every single day of my life with you. I can handle 2 days.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Hey, listen, this is not for kids. It's a podcast about kids, a little bit.
And other inappropriate things.
Yeah. So listen, you've been warned.
This is the normal episode of Have Kids.
All right.
That you guys enjoyed Tuesday. It was, I don't know. I feel like it was a long time coming and people have been asking for a little extra something from the Have Kids They Said podcast. So we decided your wish is our command.
A double doozy. 2 episodes a week. Now, Nicole.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
This is not one of those where it's like quantity over quantity. I feel like we're giving you 2 good episodes a week.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
This isn't like sometimes people be like, oh, more. Like, we don't need more Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
So this is just we got extra fun every week. But this is your standard regular Have Kids They Said. Right. What you hate.
Yep.
Top that, our typical bullshit. So
yeah, let's do it.
Let me start by saying that Sarah wore her Have Kids They Said hoodie to gymnastics.
Did everybody want it?
And everyone's like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? In fact, the kids were acting up. One of the kids was acting up, and some parent turned to Sarah and said, have kids, they said, right?
Well, I told you, Keegan, whenever he does something bad and he sees me getting frustrated, he looks at me and he goes, have kids, they said, huh?
I do have a question for you.
What?
This is, you thought you got away with, you thought because we have a second podcast, I'm not going to ask you random stuff at the beginning?
No, you're not allowed to do a list at the beginning of both podcast episodes every week. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, ADD.
It's not a list, but it's a question.
Okay, what's the question?
What's the rule on you borrowing or wearing Matt's clothing?
There's no rule. I can borrow and take and wear whatever the fuck I want. What's mine is mine, and what's his is mine too.
I'll give you 2 things.
Mine is mine, and what's his is mine too. One
of these things can be irritating, and one I totally accept. Yet our buddy Cavino, who I do my other show with, thinks it's weird. Sarah and I pull from the same sock pile a lot.
Oh, this is a huge fight in our house.
And I'm okay with it, but like there are times where I'm like, do we have any clean socks?
And I love you say, do we because you're sharing socks.
And like, to be honest, Sarah should be the one that's like, why am I wearing men's black ankle socks? But we share socks, and he thinks it's the weirdest thing. I think it's fine.
Matt tries to make it like, or maybe have kids, they said friends don't know this, but God did not bless me with nice feet. He really fucked me in the foot department, okay?
Well, it was like, let's make her beautiful. Let's make her talented. And, Nicole's so cool, like you heard about on our last episode. Oh, everyone loves Nicole, but let's give her busted feet.
Okay, so like literally, like they look like everyone says it looks like I'm wearing skis, like I've got talons, I've got bunions. I mean, my feet are busted, but my feet are big enough. They're really big for a girl that I can share socks with him. So like
And the benefit is they always have your size.
They
like if you wear, like, I'll give you the example. If you wear a men's large, a lot of times the cool shirt or jacket, they're like, oh, there's always a men's small. And you're like, oh, little guys at least have an option.
Yeah.
If you have big ass feet and you're like, oh, look at that popular shoe, they're going to have your size.
Yeah. Size enormous. Right. Yeah. Size enormous. Yeah, but he gets mad at me. And so he'll like, every time he goes out, he'll get like a new package of socks and be like, these are mine. They always end up in my drawer. And who cares? It's fucking socks. Like, it's not like your sock game doesn't need to be like so like amazing. Who cares?
I agree. What are you throwing? A pair of Jordans? You're throwing a pair of sneakers? Throwing a pair? Yeah.
Gives a shit.
Boots. Yeah. So, all right, we're fine with sharing socks.
Gives a shit.
But what about the idea of you grabbing like one of Matt's favorite hoodies or sweatshirts? Because I might mentally be like Sarah wore my Have Kids They Said black sweatshirt.
Yeah. So
what if I had planned on wearing that like the next day and now it's all of a sudden in the hamper?
It's not dirty. It's not dirty because she wore it. Are you one of those people who once it's like touched the outside air, it's got to be laundered?
Sweatshirt could rock 2 wears maybe. Jeans, if you wear jeans, a week maybe.
Wow. Okay.
3 wears. You know,
I think a hoodie can go almost as long as jeans, as long as it doesn't like get like a smell from a restaurant.
Don't go to a bar, a restaurant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But you don't have to be like, Matt, can I wear this? You just
I usually don't because I mean I have my own shit. But yes, I
okay.
have grabbed his stuff randomly. He doesn't care. It's the socks that pisses him off. Everything else he doesn't give a shit.
Okay, fair enough. Underwear? I'm kidding.
No,
All right.
no.
Matt, where's my pink thong? Sorry.
Sorry.
Where's my Lucky Dolphins aqua blue thong?
It's in my ass.
All right. Okay. What do you hate this week? Let's get into what you hate.
What I hate is the awkward moments that my kids make me have in like a scenario like this. I'm going to give you an example. This past weekend, there was a little fall festival for the school, and it's really just a reason to like for the kids all to get together, run around, play games, just kind of builds community at the school. And so we went, and at least 3 times each, because the parents bring the kids to this and we're kind of just standing around, it's like I'll get my arm grabbed by like a Parker who's like, this is Leah's mom. Can you like give her your phone number? We want to play together. And then they like run off, and then you're just like standing there with like, well, again, it's fine, but it's like I'm like, oh hey, I'm Nicole, I'm Parker's mom. And then
hold on 1 second. Hold on, Sarah. Can you close the door, please? Okay, thank you.
Oh, you just said that really exacerbated.
Well, I wait. Did I? Sarah, you look beautiful.
And tell her she can wear any pair of your socks that she wants.
You can wear my socks any day.
Okay.
All right.
So
don't pull an Anthony on you. What is he? A smooth talking fucking awesome guy?
Anthony. Oh, the bridge.
Sarah just said angry and then thrusted. Does Anthony angry thrust?
He's about to, if she hasn't gotten to that part. Oh, he's a great thruster. Oh, Bridgerton. Okay, so it's just this awkward moment, and it feels forced, and it's like fine, and I know I have to do that, and I'll always be happy to set up a play date. But it's kind of like they shove me in some random woman's face or father's face, and then run off. It's just awkward and like annoying.
I'm with you because I'm very socially unawkward. Yeah, and I still feel weird when Emmy's like, I want to have a play date with Anna, and like all of a sudden Anna's mom's like, oh, hey, and I'm like, okay. I don't know. I'll be like, I'll have, you know what? Text my wife, and I'll give her like my wife Sarah's number, because then I feel like it's weird if a dad's getting a mom's number.
Yeah. Wait, have you ever? What? Who? Where?
I was gonna say the next level. The next level awkward is my daughter's at the age now where she has this idea that she wants to have a sleepover, and we're not cool with that yet. No. So like we're like
Parker's 9.5 and still just starting.
I was like, I don't know, Eddie. You're not sleeping over fucking, some kid's house yet. You're 6.
Yeah,
we want to have a slumber party. Well, my thought is this. My thought is if their parents want to sleep in our guest bedroom, you guys can have a slumber party in our living room, and the parents can come over here.
The whole thing is just. It's just awkward. And then I have some people, like I have one little girl. Like we live across the street from the school. So like if it's a new play date, I'll be like, oh, like I'm happy to just like grab them and they can come play at my house. It's right here. But I have one parent that has never invited us to their house. I don't really care, but it's like they've come over here like 4 times. And I'm like, are they hiding something? Like what is
bodies?
Well,
they live in a brothel.
Yeah, something's
sex
going
rooms.
on. Yeah, the whole thing. I hate. What I hate is just like that whole awkward thing. Like, just have the teacher tell me the mom or dad's like number, email, and we'll do it that way. Don't thrust us together. Like, I feel like it's like a odd blind date, kind of. That's what it feels like.
Dad, I want to have a play date. The minute that starts, I agree. I'm like,
oh, get away from me. All right, what do you hate?
Didn't you just play at school all day? Come on.
Yeah, isn't that enough playing?
Go play with your brother. That's why we had a second one, so you could. Right. Play with them.
Go play with them. And Anthony.
What I hate is that everyone thinks you're awesome. No, I'm kidding. I already hate that. I hate that Sarah and I can no longer talk shit about people in front of Emmy. Because she's keen to it. She hears it. Like if I said something like, man, I was at that school event and I don't know, Tyler's dad's a fucking weirdo. Wait, Dad, what? Tyler's dad's weird? Why?
Like business. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it's not ideal. And also, like, I'm really not a mean person per se, but like, we all can be kind of catty. So if like I was talking shit about this woman that I had seen, like that was at one of the kids' schools, or no, at the kids' school. And she's not super attractive. She's a little funky looking. So I was talking about that. And then when we went to the school, Parker goes, is that ugly girl you were talking about, or something like that, like loud? And I just was like, oh God. But I mean, that serves me right for putting negativity out in the universe. But Yeah, you got to be
Well,
careful.
you and your husband, you and Matt are both good trash talkers.
Yeah.
And gossipy about stuff like that. So you got to be careful, because even something as simple as, like I said, I was just saying, like, yo, that girl's mom does not control her. And like Emmy's like, wait, whose mom isn't good or something? I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I mean, oh.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking careful, man. You gotta be careful.
I'm losing my patience with some of the misbehaved girls at softball.
Oh,
where I think I'm at the point now where I could parent a little bit, not harshly, but there are girls that don't pay attention, right? And they'll be like, Coach Rich, could I don't know, play first base? And I'm like, no, you aren't listening. So the girls that listen to me get first choice.
Now, have you said that before?
Yeah.
Are they getting like upset? Hasn't been any tears like you're being a meanie coach, is there?
No, but I the parents have to realize it, right? If like their kid's the one that's like a bad listener, do you think it just is at softball? You don't think it's at home?
Right. It's usually everywhere. But you know what's interesting? We hardcore push that. Like Parker and Keegan both have complained like this coach is like mean or they're too strict. And Matt's like, I don't really care. That's what a coach's job is to do. Like you respect them like you respect us. I've had
parents come up to me and say, oh my God, thank you for you handle my kids so great. I'm like, oh, good, all right, good. But I think you have to be tough on some, right? You do.
Yeah.
Some kids are a pain in the butt. They test their limits too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what I also hate too is that my daughter is very competitive, and she asks me questions and I don't know how to answer them. She's like, who's the best hitter? Or who's the best catcher? And I want to be, and I am honest, like, Emmy, you can't say this to the girls.
Right. But yeah, don't say that. Because, okay, like, I'm like, look what happened with Parker. Parker's way older than Emmy, and she just got me in trouble about with this cup that I have.
Ugh.
You heard that on Tuesday.
I did.
I got in a lot of trouble for buying this cup, and she was lying for me, and then she ratted me out.
I have a story I want to share on today's episode, but I feel like I'm risking someone hearing it and taking it the wrong way.
Who cares? It's all for the cause. Go. We'll use fake names to protect the innocent.
And everything I say is for the most part accurate.
Okay. So who are we talking about? Give me the names.
So it's more of a question of how do I get out of something respectfully.
Okay.
And by the way, that's a very flattering shirt on you today.
I just got a little booby action going on. I know.
No, it's a good like there's shirts that Sarah wears where I'm like that.
Yeah.
Wear that. Or like I'm sorry, wife pleaser, archaic wife Nicole. They've rebranded the wife beater. It's the wife
pleaser. Okay.
Is that corny as hell or awesome?
I don't like it. I think wife beater just is what it is. But I understand the connotation. I get it. All right, so tell me.
I think wives rather be pleased than
yes, of course we'd rather be pleased.
It's a flatterer. I'm just saying when women wear something, because I think sometimes women don't realize what men like. They'll wear some cloaky dumb shit and they'll be like, how cool is this? And guys like, yeah, it's not hot.
They're not, because we're not dressing for you. We're dressing
for
that
right there,
women.
A fucking tight titty tank top. When Sarah wears that, or you
a tight titty tank. That's how they should market it.
I should come up with a brand.
Tight
there you go.
Tanks.com.
How about we sell a triple T?
Tight titty tank.
Tight titty tank.
And then it just has to say that. All right, so give me the story and change their names to protect the innocent.
There's no changing names. It's going to be obvious it's me.
Oh.
I'm supposed to go to a wedding this weekend. Right?
Oh, I know. Okay.
Now, 2 weekends ago, I was in Detroit for SiriusXM. This past weekend, I was in Las Vegas for Fox Sports covering the Canelo Alvarez fight.
Oh, you're so popular.
Do you hate that I'm popular?
I mean, do you hate that everyone thinks I'm cool?
Yes. So, I'm first of all, and I'm a little, if you could tell my voice, I'm a little nasally. I'm a little under the weather. Sarah and the kids, everyone's a little sick. I just feel like
you want to call it.
I feel like my health. I do feel overworked. I mean, it sounds ridiculous.
People that don't know, I say this, it's not even a joke. Rich literally there is not like a minute between his things during the day. Like and I've told you this, I've called you as a concerned friend and said that this is not sustainable. Like you're gonna lose it. You're gonna have a meltdown soon. you're going to be exhausted and you're just going to have to bail on everything eventually.
Between Fox Sports, SiriusXM, this podcast, Pop 2K, The Pulse, doing dad stuff.
I respect your hustle. I respect it,
but my hustle sometimes is like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's a friend. I would consider a good friend, but I've met his wife one time. It's not like someone where I'm super close. Like, I feel like if I didn't go to this wedding, I'm at like probably table 22, single guy.
22?
No, but Sarah's not going.
22.
Sarah's not going because we can't get kid coverage. So I was going to roll solo. I'd be rolling into Jersey, getting to Newark, taking an Uber to
rolling.
It's just how I roll up, yo.
Rolling.
So it just.
I have a question. Let me ask a question.
Yeah, please do. I feel terribly guilty.
I know you've RSVP'd already, right? You RSVP'd, yes, right?
Yes.
And you RSVP'd just you.
Just me.
Did you choose your meal? Did you choose the steak
there was no.
fish?
I don't think there was a meal. I don't think there was a meal choice. That's interesting.
Because,
yeah.
Like, I feel like that's like just RSVPing, you can change your SVP. Like, shit happens. And I think that you should prioritize your health, and you could make something up.
This sounds like really corny, but you know when you feel like you're one step away from like getting sick and you're like
having the
I'm
full-blown
pushing
flu. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a step away from pushing myself too far. Plus 3 weekends in a row away from my kids where I haven't had like donut Sunday morning or this pancake Saturday. Like I've been gone the last couple of weeks and it's a solo wedding.
Does this person listen?
No.
Okay. What I think you should do is just call it and make up like
send a generous gift.
Send a generous gift and just say, I wish you guys could see Rich's face right now. He's lighting up. He's like, oh, there's hope. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to be, and then like even little things. This sounds so ridiculous because it sounds like really babyish, but I'm like, I don't even know where my suit is. I have to go dry clean my suit. I'll be traveling. But I'm saying like every little layer of this on top of.
I don't want to do it. Yeah, I don't think you should do it. I think that you don't prioritize yourself enough.
And I feel like this is a prioritizing not only my health, but again,
your family.
Corny alert, because this is a real thing, but people don't, macho guys like me and Nicole don't like to talk about it. No, people like me don't like to talk about it. But I think mental health, I'm like at my wit's end a little bit, and I'm like, I don't think I could like fucking go to LAX, go to Newark.
We're done. This is not even a question. We're done. You're canceling. I've decided. Okay. I made the decision for you. I want you when we're done with this podcast, that we're done. Bing bang boom.
Okay.
Over.
So answer this layer of the question. To a guy I care about a lot, how do I say this? What do I blame it on? I don't want to like how do you appropriately cancel?
I mean, I think the right thing to do is probably make a phone call, right? Because like I could see some people being like, oh, they just shot me a text. Like that's so fucked up. I do think that you need to add an element of, I was asked to like add like a work thing. Cause that always like, you can't like, that's not completely your fault. I'm feeling run down. I just got this event like sprung on me. It's just a little bit chaotic. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I'm so sorry.
But someone told me like, you have kids, you have the ultimate built-in excuse. And I'm like,
no, because I don't like that when people just say I have kids. Like that's it. That's bullshit.
No, but what if I was like, oh, I have I have to do something for the kids. Well,
I gotta go to Donut Sunday.
But no, like also like I've left my wife alone with the kids 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but you can't say that. You are correct about that. You need to not go. You need to be there with your family. But you just like these things you don't say. We'll craft a note or some conversation points after the podcast. Okay.
Truth is, this buddy of mine could be like, dude, it's all good. I'll send a nice gift. I'll cover whatever my plate. If he had to already pay for my plate, I'll cover it.
He's approaching one of like the biggest days of his life. You were the last of his words.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, I really think this guy would be like, oh, bummer.
But
I feel bad. Yeah. All right. So what do we learn here today on Have Kids? Don't always blame it on your kids.
Right.
Sometimes when you are working and mom and or dadding a lot, sometimes you have to prioritize your own sanity.
Yeah, and also like just in general, like I've like something I've been working on this year, which I'm not doing a very good job at, is like I need to learn to say no. I say yes to everything, and then like
someone taught me a lesson once. You want to hear it?
What?
It's a good one.
Okay.
You don't have to write it down because it's very simple.
Okay. I'll see if I can remember it.
Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else.
Oh, it was deep.
Someone at ESPN taught me that, because at ESPN, when I worked there for a couple of years, what they do is they'll keep asking you to do more and more
until
you say no. And I know you feel that way with some of the extra stuff they ask you to do at SiriusXM, but like they would be like, hey, can you cover this Sports Center? Can you do this? Hey, can you do that? And then every time you say, like, all right, if they said to me, hey, Rich, could you fill in on Hits 1 for Mikey Piff tonight?
Yeah.
If I say yes, know what I'm saying no to?
Time for yourself.
Watching TV with Emmy and Ben tonight. Or I'm saying no to like what you always have to think, all right, Nicole, can you host this event? Ooh, they're paying me fucking 10 grand. Yes. Is it worth what you're giving up? Probably. But if someone just said, hey, Nicole, can you do this?
Yeah.
Well, I told Parker I would get ice cream with her.
Yeah.
So then you're saying like, well, I could do that. Hey, Nicole, could you be on my podcast? Well, if I put an hour aside, that's when I was going to go get frozen yogurt with Keegan, you know?
Right.
Sorry.
I mean, the thing about it is you do have to like, Matt's uncle told me a long time ago, if it doesn't, I mean, you can't always like go by this rule, but if it doesn't bring you joy, then it's not worth it. Like if it's not bringing you happiness, like if you're doing something only for somebody else, he's like, next. Like you have to really, really prioritize yourself more than I think we all do.
And I'll be honest, I took Dayquil and NyQuil the last 3 days when I was like in and out of Vegas because I'm not, you know, when I learned this from the teacher. I learned this from the teachers at school.
Yeah.
Clear fluids mean you're just under the weather. No, like green or yellow, that's mean you got something going on. I'm just like run down, like smoky casino, tired, not sleeping a lot, red eye flights. I don't know.
Telling me the colors of the rainbow your phlegm is. I feel like just they never told you that at school? No, I know the different colors, but I just didn't feel the need to tell you.
Clear.
Okay, I'm good.
Snot. They're like they could stay. One time they're like, we're sorry, Ben's snot's green. I'm like,
great.
Come on, Ben.
Yeah.
Get fucking clear snot.
Yeah, where's your fucking clear shit?
Get that clear shit. So thank you for your help. I appreciate it because I feel super guilty because I'm a people pleaser.
You are a people pleaser.
And Sarah's like, you're just gonna run yourself down until what?
Right.
Until what? You have an anxiety attack and fucking have the flu?
Like, she's like, just stay home and love me. Just stay home and take charge so I can get turned on. Take charge of the kids. Okay, let's go into Top That.
Okay. What you got?
I have a good one. So Saturday morning, the kids came into our bed to snuggle, which they often do once they woke up. And so we're hanging, we're snuggling, and then Keegan gets up and he goes to like play some game or something. And Parker's just laying there. Matt's kind of like in and out of sleep, trying to go back to sleep a little bit. And Parker goes, how do they make babies again? How do you make babies again? And I was like, Parker, we talked about this. Like, you know. She was like, I really don't remember. And I was like, you don't remember at all? I was like, when a man puts his penis inside a woman's vagina. She goes, oh, okay. And then she was like, right. And only then it got worse. And then she goes, and then what? So like, you remember when we first tried to have the sex talk?
Didn't you use the phrase seminal
fluid? Yep. He said seminal fluid. So as she's saying that, like, first of all, I'm like, he puts his penis inside of the woman's vagina. And then when she was like, and then what? What's going through my head is, and then he pulls it out, and then he goes in, and then but I didn't say that.
And it continues, and it really depends on how good the guy is.
So then all of a sudden I hear Matt go, somebody please blow my brains out. Somebody please blow my brains out, because he's just laying there listening to this conversation. And I was like, that's all you need to know. The penis goes in the vagina, P in the V, and that's a wrap. And then you got a baby. And she was like, it sounds really gross. And then I was like, well, one day you won't think it's gross. You'll want to do it. And Matt goes, okay, again, I need my brains blown out.
Stop.
But I was trying to have like a mature conversation, but it was just like, oh my God, it's too early for this shit. And like, why do you need to continue to ask? You heard the P and the V. Why do you need more? Why do you need to say, and then what? I don't want to tell you, and then what? I don't want to talk about it.
You don't need that. Your birds and the bees conversation could end there. You don't need to go into details.
Yeah, I can't even think about it. It's like giving me anxiety. So that's what I dealt with on Saturday morning. It was really fun. Then we went out for pancakes.
I'm not there. My kids just ask me. Emmy's a good trickster. Luckily, she's not asking me sex questions. Well, she's 6, but she will ask me really cool questions, but it's trickery. She's like me. She keeps talking, knowing that I'll keep talking to her.
Yeah.
So we lay in bed around bedtime. I'll put her to bed. But sometimes I'm like, do you want private time or you want daddy to lay with you for a minute? When she says daddy lay with her, she's going to ask me great questions, but knowing And then I'll be like, buddy, it's time for bed. Come on, let's close our eyes up. Well, I'm going to put my arm around you. Want to snuggle? And she'll be like, yeah, but Dad, I'll never remember to ask you the question again. So if we don't look it up now.
Yeah.
Because last night she's like, Dad, what's the furthest away from Earth a human's ever been? I'm like, it's a really good question.
Yeah.
She goes, look it up. And I'm like, but.
Well, like Keegan goes the other day, in 1960, how many points did the Lakers score or something like that? Matt's like, what? What are you talking about? And I don't know. He goes, look it up. He goes, no, dude, go to bed. So yeah, you gotta
they delay. By the way, the answer is the furthest part of the moon, 250,000 miles away.
Who gives a shit?
And then Emmy said, could we go to outer space, like other planets?
No.
And I was like, I don't know. She goes, how long would it take? I go, well, Dad, look it up, please. I was like, all right, so I'll give you guys the answer. Apparently, if we went to the Milky Way.
It's the Milky Way. It's not the Milky Way.
No, the Milky Way is a candy bar. The Milky Way.
No.
I feel like the emphasis is what you're. If I said Milky Way, that's a candy bar. If I said Milky Way.
No, it doesn't. They are the exact same thing.
No, that's where you put the emphasis.
No.
So if you were to go to the Milky Way.
The way.
You would age 46 years, I think.
That would suck.
So I said, if you left now, and she's like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, all right, so you don't want to be an astronaut? She's like, no, she wants to be a mermaid baker. And I said, all right, cool.
Oh, I like that. A mermaid baker.
And a singer. She wants to be a famous singer like Taylor Swift. I was like, okay, good luck.
Good luck with that, kid. Now close your eyes and go the fuck to sleep.
All right, let me give you my top that. My top that is more of a reminder.
Oh, God. You've completely forgotten what top that is all about. Tell me a fucking funny story. I don't need your reminders. I don't need you to tell me the most poignant thought you had this week. Look at I just really sucked all the air out of his sucked the air? Took the sail out of the wind out of your sail? I took the wind out of your sail.
Yeah, way to go.
I'm sorry, what's the reminder?
The reminder is, there's two reminders. Your kids always know what you're doing or watching because Ben hops on my microphone in my office and he starts saying Pop 2K Sirius. And I'm like, and I was like, he just like loves to sit on my microphone.
Oh, he's so cute.
So, and I'm like, oh wow, they do listen. Secondly, create moments. And I thought about this because my buddy Gabe is in town from New York, and he was supposed to come out here to see Coldplay with it. He took his teenage son to go see Coldplay at the Rose Bowl.
Didn't Selena Gomez show up to that?
She did. She was the special guest.
All right, look at that. I know shit.
Hold on, Sarah's doing sign language. It's just Nicole. We're doing podcast number 2. What you got?
Ask her if she wants me to order her one of these.
Oh, you can make me lunch. That'll be very sweet. I love you. Thank you. That's a kind gesture.
He was talking shit about me, wasn't he?
No, I was not. No, I was.
He's always talking shit.
I was saying I'm trying
some chicken salad and some salt and vinegar chips.
Who's like a really romantic guy from Bridgerton, Nicole?
I think Anthony, but she doesn't.
Nicole said,
the
Duke of Hastings?
Yeah.
That guy lays it down just by his name, I bet. I'm the Duke of Hastings.
Yeah. With the dick of Superman.
The Dick of Hastings.
The Dick of Hastings.
Oh, there you go. I'll treat you like the Duke. She said I'm going to treat you the way Anthony treats women.
I think.
No, you not want that? Okay.
No. I like
okay.
it.
You like
she
okay.
doesn't. Yeah.
So create memories.
Moments.
My buddy Gabe came out here, and then he found out while he was going to visit us this weekend and stay with our buddy Spot, stay with us, and
right.
we had a last-minute trip to Vegas. So he's like, fuck it. He came to Vegas with us. He took his kid to the Canelo Alvarez fight. We walked around the casino. I taught his kid how to gamble on the slide because you can't have kids in the casino. He was 15, but I was like, this is roulette. This is blackjack. We went out. He came out with us for a steak dinner. We let him take like one sip of someone's drink. And I was thinking like, he's 15 years old and will never
forget that.
Never forget when his dad took him to Vegas to see a fight. He had his first sip of like a drink sneakily.
Yep.
He went to a casino. Then he went to LA to go see Coldplay. Like a pretty expensive trip, I'm sure. But any opportunity you have to do some cool shit with your kid.
Agreed.
Do it.
Fucking do it.
Once. Fucking do it. Everyone's in debt.
Do it.
I think about that all the time. I save all my pennies and I'm like, what am I doing? Everyone else is in debt. Fucking live.
Dude. Yeah, you gotta live.
Life.
Enough with the saving of the pennies.
Life.
All right, so I need one more minute. I literally just remembered this.
Let's hear it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I just went to the gyno. Literally just a little bit
Everything
ago.
good?
I told Matt.
Did you get vagioplasty?
No, but I got my annual pussy probe, as I like to call it.
The old PP?
The old PP.
Were you wearing your triple T?
No, what's my triple T?
Your tight titty tank?
I was not actually. So I saw her. Obviously, I love this woman. She delivered both my children. And so I always get kind of excited to see her, but like I haven't seen her a year. It's annual. So when you get there, you go to the doctor, you go to gyno, wherever you go, you got to pee in a cup, right? They do some tests with your pee. So I walk in, they're like, okay, just go leave us a urine sample. So I walk in and I'm just like all over the place, chaotic, like normal Nicole. And they have all the cups and they're lined up with like little labels on them, and they leave a Sharpie in there for you to write your name and your birth date down. So I write my name down, my birthday down. I'm holding the cup, sit down, pee, flush the toilet. Never peed in the cup, just held the cup and just peed. And then I got out and I had to tell them, I'm really sorry. I just didn't pee in a cup. She was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. I forgot to pee in the cup. She was like, all right, do you want some water? Because they need the pee. So, yeah, that's where I'm at in life. I go to pee in a cup, but just hold it while I pee in the toilet. It's normal. I can't hear anything you're saying.
There was a mute button on my microphone.
Oh, so you probably shouldn't hit that when you're recording a podcast.
I bet you Sarah wishes she had that button in real life.
Me too. What did you say?
I thought you were accidentally said you were going to like grab the receptionist coffee mug by mistake.
No, and peed in her coffee? No.
So, my minute.
Wait, let me count you down.
Oh, go.
3, 2, 1. Blast off.
My minute is an apology to your husband.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I wanted to apologize for texting him at the beginning of the Dolphins game saying the Dolphins can't be stopped.
Oh, it was you who made them. Oh, so you know what happened? We were at the bar that you come to with me. It's a Sirius bar. Yeah. Our friends own that. That's also a Bills bar during the NFL season. That's where we were at.
Oh, so you were the Dolphins fan at the Bills bar?
Only Dolphins fans. But there might have been one other guy. And then when obviously the Dolphins lost, but when the Dolphins scored like the second touchdown, Keegan stood on the chair and went, your Bills are trash.
Oh,
your Bills are trash. And Matt was like, that is a very dangerous game you're playing. All right. So that's
you know what it is? It's if you're an NFL fan, which so many people are, the Dolphins score very easily. The beginning of that game, the Bills scored, but then when the Dolphins got the ball, they easily marched so quickly for a touchdown. I was like, this game might be 50-50. And then I had to go coach softball. By the time I got back, I saw a text message from Matt, and he's like, yeah, hard to stop, huh? I was like, so.
Yeah, you really, that was your fault. That loss was your fault.
Yeah, my apologies.
So I love you. So I hope you guys love us too, and that you loved having 2 episodes, and that you feel fulfilled, and that you feel.
Did we fill you up?
Did we fill you up?
I
hope so.
I don't feel anything.
So listen, guys. So brand new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and leave us 5 stars, because that's what I think we deserve. Leave us questions, comments. We want to hear from you. Hit us up at Mashup Nicole, at Rich Davis, at Have Kids They Said Pod. We love our producer Chris. What else, Rich? Tell them what they've won.
That seems to be about it. I love you. Great tight titty tea.
Tight titty tea.
And we'll see you guys next week. Until then, thank you, Chris. Our producer's awesome. Have Kids They Said.
It'll be fun, they said.
Is a SiriusXM production.